Illinois with us, head coach Leslie Crane, Anneloes Kodde, Jordon O'Brien, and Ann Borgertpoepping. Kodde had 13 points on 5 of 10 shooting. O'Brien had 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. And Borgertpoepping had 20 game high 20 points on 6 of 10 shooting. We'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from the coach.
Well, obviously, we are extremely excited to be here and this win over Oakland. Oakland is a very, very good team, and we're just glad that this all happened. Our kids stayed with our game plan. They did a great job of slowing down their transition and not giving them easy looks to the bucket as far as the penetration. We cut down on the penetration, and we're one rebound away from out-rebounding them, but we only had 13 turnovers, and I think that was a huge stat right there.
And we'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
Jordon, a couple years ago, you guys were on the other side of that 7-2 result. What's it feel like to be on the positive end of an upset like that?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I remember that coming in as a 2 seed, so I knew it could happen, the upset. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, I guess, because I could see that it could happen for us, so it felt great.
There's something about this number, the 7 and 2. It's always dangerous.
And looking back to Monday where you guys picked South Dakota State, do you feel that maybe was a wake-up call to the team to get ready for this tournament? Obviously, wasn't a pretty game, but do you feel that maybe woke up the team a little bit?
Yeah, I think it definitely did. And conference is a home. It's like clean slate. Anything can happen. And we just pulled together. We prepared hard for them, and we knew that we could do it if we worked really hard.
Leslie, what was the difference in 5-6 days, losing by 46 the other night and winning today?
Well, if I knew that a lot, I'd probably be in Vegas, I think it just has a lot to do with the fact that we played our first season, we played our second season. And, we talked all week about how conference tournament, it is a clean slate, as A.B. said. Everybody starts out 0-0. Anything can happen. And we've been talking about the conference tournament for a while, about how we needed to do, what we needed to do in our conference race to get us as good a seed as possible and be able to then execute the things. And I just felt like February was a different month for us. Yeah, we didn't play real well on Monday, but we did some good things on Saturday. And as a coach, you've got to, continue to teach, and we've got to make sure that we find the positives out of as much of it as we can. We watched a lot of film on them, on Oakland. Our girls saw some things there. We showed them what they needed to do to take the dribble penetration away. I felt like we just completely took away their lane and their drive and only gave them the one option of the three-pointer. And they have been kind of sketchy at the three-point line as well as we have been this year. So they just did a great job of executing it. And I think the kids believed in themselves more than anything else. We started out a little shaky to start the game. But then we got our transition back to where we needed to be as far as our transition defense. And we started cutting that down. Once we took that away, it was a whole different game then.
Coach, how important was it to shoot so consistently throughout the game? 44% in the first half, 44% again in the second. Just the consistent flow of jumpers that were falling for you guys that allowed you to keep that momentum. How key was that?
Well, it's a huge key. I mean, that's been a difficult area for us, is being able to be consistent in our scoring. I think the difference, though, tonight, and this is something that I've preached all year, is that when there were times where we didn't score, our defense didn't let down. And in games past, sometimes that's happened. You're not going to shoot great all the time for 40 minutes, and you're not going to shoot great every night. But you've got to be able to depend on your defense and rebounding. And second half, we completely just shut some things down, and we were able to depend on our defense both first half and second half. And that's something that we preach all the time to our kids, and they really executed it well tonight.
Is there a question for the players? At this point, ladies, you are let go, and we'll ask the coach to stay for just a minute for a couple more questions if there are any.
You have to excuse my voice. Sorry.
Coach, there's about 3 minutes left roughly in the game. game, and shot clock was winding down. Ended up having to have Leslie Lord, or Ashley Lord, take a shot from about almost 18 feet out. She switched it. Do you think we're definitely going to win the game?
No, that's where she's good.
Uh-huh.
That's where she feels comfortable. I'll take that shot any day from her. She's probably a better shooter there than even around the bucket at times, because that's where she feels very comfortable shooting. So it's, even the shot that she took at the free throw line, even though it didn't go in, I thought that's a good shot. That's a good shot for her. So I had no problems with that.
What about the play of Borgertpoepping? What she mentioned today?
Yeah, she was important tonight. She was very important tonight. She's kind of been up and down with her shooting, and we have always told her all along, we have all the faith in the world in her, and it's just her own faith in herself and everything that what she believes in and what she can do. So, she's just a good little player for us. We'd love to see her play that way every night. She's feisty. I mean, she gives us that defensively every night. Every night. Tonight she just was going to take it to the bucket and was going to make something happen, and she's playing a lot better in that situation, and we want her to do that. We've told her all along, be aggressive, and she has been. It's just that sometimes she hasn't connected on those shots the way she did tonight.
Coach, were you a little nervous down the stretch? You didn't make a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes or so, but the free throw line shooting really kept you in that. Were you maybe a little nervous about that going down the stretch?
Well, no. That we have our times of our scoring bouts, but our defense really made a difference. The only thing that we gave them, we told them that, as they're coming down into their triple drive, we were about the last 3 minutes actually, we were content on allowing them to come to us, and we had to make some adjustments as far as switching out defensively. Once we did that, we got back to our defensive mode again, and it just kind of started clicking again. We knew that they were going to be fouling us. We were trying to get the ball, keep the ball in the hands of people who could shoot those good free throws. You've got to be able to make your free throws down the stretch, and we wanted to keep it in AB's hands or Jordon's hands, but Jordon wasn't on the floor last minute and a half, but we wanted to try to keep it in AB's hands as much as possible.
Okay, time for one more question.
It's one win, but how important is it for a program that won 4 conference championships in a row and hasn't quite clicked as much in the last 3 years?
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge for the confidence of our kids and how they believe. And we've struggled last year and this year for a multitude of problems. But the kids have really come together here, and I think they really, really believe that it's the 3rd season and anything can happen. And it's more about a belief in themselves. The program can stand on its own with the history that we have, but it's more a belief in themselves and how they feel about it. So it's a great feeling for them. I'm proud for them.
Thank you, Coach.